What if everything you've been told about saving money is wrong? What if the real key to a fulfilling life isn't about accumulating wealth, but about spending it at the right time? We've all been programmed to think that saving as much as possible is the ultimate goal. But what if I told you that dying with millions in the bank is actually a failure? Think about it. What's the point of working your whole life, sacrificing experiences only to leave behind money you never got to enjoy? Today, we're breaking down the game-changing philosophy of Die with Zero by Bill Perkins, a book that challenges the traditional mindset about wealth and retirement and teaches you how to maximize your money for a life of adventure, joy, and meaning by the end of this video. You'll learn why saving too much can be just as dangerous as spending too much, how to use your money at the right moments in life, and how to live fully without fear of running out. This isn't just financial advice. This is a blueprint for a life with no regrets. So if you want to stop hoarding wealth and start using your money to create priceless memories, stick around. Lesson 1. Money is a tool, not the goal. Most people live their lives backward when it comes to money. They work, save, and plan for the future only to realize too late that they never actually lived. Bill Perkins flips this mindset on its head. He argues that money isn't the goal, it's a tool. And like any tool, it's only valuable when it's used. Let's break this down. Imagine two people. One works tirelessly, saves aggressively, and retires at 65 with $5 million in the bank. The other. They also worked hard, but along the way, they traveled, tried new experiences, and used their money to create a lifetime of memories. Both end up with wealth, but one actually lived, Perkins says. The whole point of working and saving is to have the best life you can, not to die with the most money. Key takeaway? Stop treating money as a high score. Start seeing it as a resource for happiness, adventure, and fulfillment. Lesson 2. The right time to spend money. Here's something no one ever tells you. Money has a time value. It's not just about how much you have. It's about when you use it. Imagine this. You're 25, full of energy, and you dream of backpacking through Europe. But you tell yourself, I'll do it when I retire. Fast forward 40 years, you're now 65, and while you finally have the money, you don't have the same energy or excitement for the trip. The experience is no longer the same. This is where Perkins introduces the concept of life stages and money timing. Some experiences are best in your 20s and 30s adventures. Travel, taking risks. Others are better in your 40s and 50s family. Experiences, hobbies, investing in personal passions, and by your 60s and beyond. Your spending should align with your health and mobility. Bottom line, waiting too long to spend means you miss the prime years to enjoy. What money can do. Lesson 3. The memory dividend. Why experiences are better than money. If you've ever looked at an old photo and felt an instant rush of happiness, you already understand the power of the memory dividend. Bill Perkins argues that money spent on experiences is never wasted, 'cause the joy it creates lasts forever. Think about it. That trip you took 10 years ago? You're still smiling about it today. The concert you went to with friends. You can still hear the music in your mind. The dinner with your family. The laughter still echoes. Memories pay you back for a lifetime. Unlike money, which loses value when hoarded, experiences appreciate over time. So ask yourself, what memories am I investing in today? Or am I just stacking dollars with no real return? Lesson 4. Stop over-saving, start living. Most of us were taught that you can never save too much, that you should pile up wealth for retirement just in case. But Perkins exposes a harsh truth. Most people die with too much money. Studies show that the average retiree passes away with hundreds of thousands of dollars unspent. And while it's great to leave something behind for your loved ones, what's the point of saving so much if you never actually use it to enjoy your own life? Instead of focusing on saving for a distant future, Perkins suggests spending strategically. In the present, his formula. Figure out how much you realistically need for retirement and start enjoying the rest while you're young enough to appreciate it. Lesson 5. Investing in experiences over things. We've all been tempted to splurge on a fancy car, designer clothes, or the latest gadgets. But ask yourself, how long does the excitement last? A few months, maybe a year. Now think about experiences. Road trip with friends, a spontaneous getaway, a cooking class with loved ones. The joy from those moments doesn't just fade, it grows over time. Bill? Perkins argues that while material possessions eventually lose their value, experiences create lasting joy and emotional wealth. Here's the reality. That expensive car, it will lose its value the moment you drive it off the lot. The latest smartphone. In a year or two, a new version will replace it. But that adventure you took with your best friends, you'll cherish it forever. Perkins makes it clear. Material possessions depreciate, but memories appreciate. The science backs it up. Studies show that experiences provide longer-lasting happiness because they become part of your identity. You don't just own them, you relive them, retell them, and re-experience the emotions they created. Another powerful insight. Experiences connect us to others. Shared adventures create deep bonds. Have you ever noticed how people talk about their past vacations or concerts with excitement? Oh, but rarely about a handbag they bought 5 years ago? That's because stories and experiences shape our lives far more than objects ever could. By choosing to invest in experiences over things, you're not just spending money, you're buying stories, emotions, and lasting happiness. So next time you're about to drop money on something, ask yourself, will this bring me joy 5 years from now? Or would this money be better spent creating a memory that lasts a lifetime? Lesson 6. Give while you're alive. Most people think of inheritance as something passed down after death. But what if you could see the impact of your generosity while you're still here? Perkins argues that the best time to give money isn't after you die, it's while you're alive. Think about this. If you wait until you're gone to pass down wealth, your children might already be retired themselves. Instead of inheriting money when they're 60, what if they received it at 30 when they're building their dreams, buying a home, or starting a business? Perkins introduces the concept of timely giving. This means allocating resources to loved ones when they need it most, not decades later. Consider this approach. If you have extra money, help fund your child's education now. If your parents are struggling in retirement, support them while they're still here. If there's a cause you care about, donate while you can see the difference you're making. Giving now creates a direct impact, and you get to witness the joy it brings. Instead of a cold transaction after death, it becomes a living legacy. And let's be real, most people who hoard wealth for inheritance often never enjoy their money to the fullest. They sacrifice their own happiness in the name of passing down a fortune. But Perkins challenges us to ask, what's the point of leaving millions behind if you never truly lived? So here's the takeaway. Give while you're alive. It's a real reward. isn't just in financial security, it's in the smiles, the gratitude, and the positive change you can create today. Lesson 7. The Personal Time Bucket List. We've all heard of bucket lists, but Perkins introduces a personal time bucket list. The idea? Don't just write down what you want to do, plan WHEN to do it. Most people make the mistake of thinking they have unlimited time, but life moves fast. If you don't set deadlines for your dreams, you might wake up one day and realize you've run out of time. Perkins suggests dividing your bucket list into age-appropriate goals. In your 20 and 30, prioritize travel, adventure, and high-energy activities. In your 40 and 50, focus on family experiences and career fulfillment in your 60 and beyond. Align your goals with health and mobility. The worst mistake: postponing dreams indefinitely. If you keep saying someday, you might find that someday never comes. Here's a challenge. Take out a piece of paper and write down 5 things you've always wanted to do. Then, next to each one, write a realistic timeline. Not someday on, actual year. The goal is to turn dreams into plans. Because at the end of life, the biggest regrets aren't the things we did there, the things we never made time for. Lesson 8. The declining utility of money. Have you ever noticed that the same amount of money brings different levels of joy depending on when you use it? A $10,000 vacation at 30 feels vastly different from the same vacation at 80. That's because money's value isn't fixed. It's relative to your stage in life. Bill Perkins introduces the concept of the declining utility of money, meaning that money is most useful when you're young and full of energy. As you age, your ability to enjoy certain experiences naturally diminishes. This isn't just about physical limitations. It's about priorities, responsibilities, and the reality of aging. Think about it. In your 20 and 30, you have the health and energy to backpack across Europe, skydive, or dance all night at a music festival. But you may not have the financial freedom yet. In your 40 and 50, you may have more money, but obligations like kids, mortgages, and career demands make spontaneous adventures harder. By your 60 and beyond, even if you're financially secure, your body may not allow you to do the things you once dreamed of. The biggest mistake: waiting too long to enjoy your money. Too many people delay experiences until retirement, only to realize that by then, they don't have the same enthusiasm, health, or drive to fully embrace them. Perkins challenges us to stop deferring joy to a someday that may never come. Instead, he encourages us to spend strategically, matching our spending with the periods in life when we can extract the most happiness from it. Here's a practical takeaway. Map out your peak experience years. What are the things you want to do, and when would you enjoy them the most? Don't fall into the over-saving trap. Yes, plan for the future, but don't sacrifice your best years just to sit on a pile of money you'll never fully use. Invest in memories, not just financial security. Because at the end of the day, money isn't the goal or rich. Fulfilling life is. If you're someone who keeps delaying happiness for later, let this be your wake-up call. Later might be too late. Lesson 9. The final trade-off: time versus money. There's one resource more valuable than money. Time. Bill Perkins drives home a powerful truth: you can always make more money. But you can never make more time. Yet, so many people live as if time is infinite. They work long hours, put off vacations, and spend decades saving only to realize too late that they've missed out on the best. moments of life. This lesson is about making intentional trade-offs between time and money. The reality is, time and money exist in a constant balancing act. Here's how it works. If you focus too much on making money, you sacrifice time for things that truly matter, family, relationships, and personal passions. If you focus only on spending time without financial planning, you risk running out of money too soon. The secret: finding the right balance. Ask yourself, what am I sacrificing to earn more money? Is it worth it? Am I delaying joy in pursuit of an arbitrary financial goal? What would I do differently if I knew I had less time than I think? This isn't about reckless spending or quitting your job tomorrow. It's about aligning your money with your life priorities, or it's too late. Here's a mindset shift. Instead of chasing a number in your bank account, chase a life well lived. Instead of working until you can't anymore, work until you have enough to start living. Instead of waiting for the right time to enjoy life, realize that the right time is now. So, what will you choose, more money or more time? Because at the end of your life, you won't be counting dollars. You'll be counting moments. Final takeaway: the choice is yours. By now, you've learned that the key to a rich life isn't just about making money. It's about using it wisely. The biggest financial mistake: waiting too long to enjoy what you've worked so hard for. So here's my challenge to you. What's one thing you've been putting off because you think you need more money first? Drop a comment below with your answer, and let's start a conversation. And if this video gave you a fresh perspective on money, hit that like button. It helps more people see this. Finally, make sure you subscribe because we're dropping more game-changing money insights every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.